The Wonder Wardrobe course is 6 years old. And this means that we had 6 years of wonderful capsules and amazing women that have inspired me and this community. And to celebrate this beautiful anniversary, I wanted to show you these 6 years through the eyes and capsules of 6 women that faced the same stylistic problems you are facing. I want them to tell their stories and how their Wonder Wardrobes came to be. And the first student that I had pleasure chatting with was Inga from Canada. Spoiler alert, her capsules are super inspiring. Okay, let's start. Thank you so much for agreeing to help me out with this. I'm so happy you said yes, because I really love your capsules.
Oh, thank you so much.
I would love to show it to the world.
Yes.
Before you took the course, what kind of tricks you tried? What worked and maybe what didn't?
Well, so I had tried other fashion courses and content, and I was already paying attention to YouTube, but especially as I was transitioning before Wonder Wardrobe into like in-person work in an office, I found that that wasn't exactly compatible with my initial style that I had before that. So I was doing a lot, especially at that time, of defaulting to wearing all black, which is not a problem. And I still wear lots of all black outfits, but I think it was a way to not have to experiment with color and what I liked in colorful outfits. I had tried making capsule wardrobes, but the content was very much things that are more general pieces that everybody might own. And so doing that wasn't compatible with my maximalism. Learning a little bit more about your approach was really helpful even before signing up for the course, because I think it opened my eyes that I could have a lot of statement within a capsule wardrobe where a white button down and things like that were not working for me in a regular day-to-day context. So yeah, that was before.
After you took the course, what happened? What new skills you've learned and what was the most helpful?
So new skills I've learned, definitely the color typology, which is a lot more, popular now, was really helpful in finding alignment in colors. And I think it gave me a bit more language around body proportions in a way that was body neutral or even body positive. And that was extremely helpful too. A lot of the content, I think, can focus around a particular body type or achieving a particular body type. And this didn't take that approach. So even those skills have been really great for helping friends and things like that, because I have the language to talk about proportions in a way that isn't prescriptive.
We have here a pre-fall 2021 capsule.
Yeah, so I had kind of done that to put the most like maximalism into the pre-fall capsule. And it's something I like in runway shows, that a lot of times they do pre-fall and fall. And it's particularly in the climate that I'm at, there is quite a difference between the beginning of fall and the end of fall into winter. Yeah, and I was really looking at fashion imagery that I liked and trying to recreate that in a way that was suitable with things that I have access to. And so I could really create mood boards that were fulfilling in a more like a hobby kind of way. And so I'm consuming fashion imagery differently and able to work with things that I've had for a long time and recent purchases and putting them together in new combinations. And even as I rotate pieces through different seasons, they sometimes have a different vibe with what there is in that season's capsule. Like the course really unlocked that as something I could do as a hobby. I don't always had a large Pinterest board and things like that and a little subdividing, but I never felt like that was reflected in my day-to-day clothing choices. This has made a great combination of being able to consume the content without always having to do the additional shopping with it, and that has been really great. So I feel a lot of times like when I put an outfit on from these capsules, I am aware of what that might be reflecting for me and my interests and things like that. So even when I get compliments or very rarely criticisms, I feel like I can think of it as about the clothes and not about me. So I know what color combination that sparks for me and why I like it. So that's been really helpful too, to make that distinction between personal style and body image, and that separation is fantastic. So I can look at this and pick outfits from it, and if I'm not feeling so great that day, it doesn't mean that I don't then like those clothes and don't want to wear those clothes. That I can think of that as being, something that I can cope with in other ways than wanting to fix it with clothes.
That's a beautiful message, I have to say, and I'm sure a lot of women will find it relatable, and maybe will try it out. I love that you also bring some items from different seasons and work with them as well, because that's totally fine.
Yeah, I liked that I was able to make something, especially for winter. Winter is always a challenging season to dress for when the weather's, really dark. I find that this capsule in particular works in the right climate. That might not be the most, to me, fashionable, but I can see the fashion in it, even if I'm wearing, a pair of Uggs at the bottom there. It's not my particular vibe, but when I can see the overall picture, I don't feel so, so depressed by winter. I felt like I had exciting things to wear, whereas a lot of times I think before that, by the middle of winter, I'm sick of my wardrobe, and I felt that much less this year when I had this to look at and play with. There's quite a few things I appreciate about the course and the way the content was helpful to me, in that it's a really great reference guide, where I think a lot of other things can become dated in time. And this is allowing me to take the approach of redoing my capsules when I, feel like it, in seasonality and things like that. So that's really helpful. Of course, the community has been really amazing. Everybody's so supportive, and it gives a really great platform for experimenting with my capsules, even before the season is upcoming, to make those decisions. So that's been really fantastic. I've really benefited from that for sure.
Spring got a bit more colorful, definitely. It's also more sporty, I would say, maybe because you just want to go outside more often after long winter.
I'm seeing it now. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely more sporty feeling and a little bit more casual. I brought in some things that I hadn't actually worn in quite a long time to this capsule that gave me re-inspiration to wear, which is really fun. I love it when something that has been sitting in my closet for a long time works into a capsule again. Yeah, and I think this is definitely where I started to really think about color more, and how much it was bringing joy to me to wear different colors that I wasn't before, for sure.
And finally, the summer capsule, the one you're still wearing probably.
I've really enjoyed this one. And I think summer for me is also a challenge in terms of dressing. I find that particularly plus size clothes, their summer selections can be really not practical. And so this is a way to have fun with it while still having the practicality, and particularly choosing fabrics for summer is really key. So I was able to put this capsule together, and I think it's like 40% of this capsule is 100% linen. So that's been a lot better to wear and work with. I find that this is really dramatic in a way that I find fulfilling. Particularly, a lot of these dresses look entirely different depending on what shoes, bag, and belt I wear. And I tend to belt most of the dresses. That's really fun too, is that I don't feel as much like I've used up a dress because it's, I've taken pictures in it. I will wear a different belt with it, and it's an entirely different outfit and a different feel.
And where do you find such cool items for your capsules?
I find that that a lot of my shopping now is online. And one of the benefits of the course is that I'm able to tell what's going to work for me even without trying it on. I've indulged in now sometimes getting things made for me on Etsy because I feel like I'm going to wear them longer, so it's worth doing that way. So one of that black skirt is a combination skirt and pants, and that was something I had made for me on Etsy in my measurements. So it fits perfectly, and it's great. I've already gotten a lot of wear out of it. But some of these things I've had for quite a few years, like that skirt with the snake print. That's probably approaching 5 years old. Some of the newer pieces are like the white cargo pants. Those are fairly new. The scarf and some of the lime green items, those are also new purchases because I just love that color. I used to think of my wardrobe personality as being a little chaotic. And this particular capsule, I think, brings those things together. I've been able to create so many combinations. I could wear a different outfit out of my closet for the next probably 4 years without needing to buy anything else. Although, it's still difficult to prevent myself from doing that, particularly when I can have gorgeous results like this. But I use a lot more of the different combinations in my closet, and that is great fun.
What a beautiful capsule, right? There are tons of incredible capsule wardrobe examples being shared constantly in our community that I'm sure you will draw inspiration from all of them. If you've ever wanted to join the Wonder Wardrobe course, now is the perfect time because I've prepared a super special anniversary gift that will make joining us so much easier than before. To get this gift, please go to my website, which is wonder-wardrobe.com. The Wonder Wardrobe students and I can't wait to turn your closet into a wonder wardrobe. See you in the classroom!